What's going on today, guys? Alright, so true confession, I still sometimes have to look up the name of my plants because I will confuse the heck out of them and will have you all kind of sideways trying to go and purchase them. So I did my best today to make sure I pronounce each and every one of my plants correct. So today I want to jump straight into talking about my Philodendron Green Goddess. Now she does have this little dark spot right here on her leaf. And that's supposed to mean like a sports variegation, whatever it is. I still haven't done my research to know what that means, but it's supposed to be very cool. She, though, is an absolute beauty, and she is just going to keep climbing up. I do not think her leaves are going to get much bigger than this right here, and I do not believe that she split leaves or anything like that. So when this plant does get probably to the point of right here needing to add extension, I probably am going to go ahead and cut her because running her up to the ceiling just isn't going to be good for lighting. Although she seems to be doing pretty good. I don't know where she's going there, and there's no light here, but I can also adjust that so that can make a difference. As far as like watering, she is a very, very, very easy plant. I'm talking about once a month, if that. Now I am getting a little bit better with the moss poles. I am starting to water them every day. I actually need to be watering them, but I'm watering them every day, hoping to get some air roots to attach in there, because when I do cut her, I do want her to already be established, because I'm just going to take the pole from here, probably the second one right here, just going to cut there. Hopefully we can get some air roots stuck inside of there, which none are in there right now. But the goal is to get that going so I can chop, put it into a pot, and we just keep on moving. You fertilize this plant once every 3, 4, 5 months, I guess. I don't fertilize, I just use my FOOP. I still haven't gone through and fertilized all my plants because, quite honestly, guys, the FOOP has just been doing such a good job, and I have only been doing FOOP continuously now probably for about 6 months. And I will say it has been a huge difference, and for right now I'm just enjoying this. I don't know exactly what fertilizer I want to use yet. I do know I want it to be something liquid, because I'm putting dry goods in all these pots. I just know that I'm not going to do it the way that it needs to be done. Alright, so pretty much the care instructions that I gave for the Green Goddess right here is the care instruction for all of these plants back here. Believe you me, when I tell you I just want easy going, that's exactly what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead and come down now to our Philodendron White Knight. She is absolutely beautiful. I have 2 of them. I have one right here and I have one right here. Now the reason why I did the whole 2 look thing is because one of these is supposed to be a Japanese Philodendron White Knight, and one just Philodendron White Knight. This is the Japanese one, and I am starting to see a lot more specks on here. So that's the Japanese White Knight, which I need some water in there. I can feel that it's light. And this right here is just your common one. Now I did put this plant into a self-watering pot probably about 2, maybe 3 months ago, so it's still doing a little bit of adapting. So I have to learn this plant. It looks like the light just got a little too close and just started stressing that plant leaf out, so I'm gonna have to cut it because it's not gonna do much of anything. You do not see the grow light right here that used to be here, and that's because I moved my big Philodendron Burrows I had right here. I moved her over there to that corner, and I'll show you that in a minute. Or on the next one, I don't know, maybe. Next we have our Philodendron Majestic right here. She is an absolute beauty. I did have the grow light here, and I am a little bit worried because she was growing really fast, and now since the grow light is done, it seems like she's kind of slowing down, unless I just have this expectation of her to do something crazy. Next we get into our Philodendron Green Congo right here. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, the greens in here, variegation is just insane. Very easygoing plant. It's not one of those plants that's going to need a moss pole. They don't grow up, it just grows really wide. So again, all of these plants back here, they're going to mature and they're going to get bigger and bigger. Like these leaves get to be I think they get to be maybe, don't quote me on this, 12 to 14 inches. I think they get bigger than this if I'm not misreading that. Next, we're going to get to right here. This is the Queen Royal as well. It is a baby plant from here. I don't know if you remember when about a year ago or a year and a half ago, I don't know how long I've been doing YouTube. This was, I named it the Philodendron Dark Lord. Mislabeled it. It's the Royal Queen. And it had the little babies that was down there at the bottom. One of them did not make it. The other one did. So here we go. Probably needs a lot more light, but I really just don't know where to put her at that she's actually going to thrive at. But you know what? We're going to do something about that. I don't know where, but we're going to handle that. Right here, this is the Queen Royal. We just was talking about it, but she's an absolute beauty. Now, I will say putting her down here with this light has caused her to wake up and grow. I used to have her over here in this corner, and I thought that's what she wanted because the leaves just seemed like they would get away from the light. But I'm noticing now, like the lights are straightening up. They want it. This one's starting to curl towards it. So I was sadly mistaken. I am a little bit worried that the grow light is going to cause the plant to change its color, because that's what happened the last time. It just received too much light and it started just turning to the green color a little bit faster. And I don't want that. I like it to stay as dark as it can. Yeah. Right here, this is a Scindapsus exotica. Very, very, very simple, easygoing plant. It'll let you know when it's thirsty. Right now it's letting me know with the curl of the leaf right here. That means it's thirsty, so I'm going to go ahead and give it some water before it gets angry. I believe I have a whole nother plant over here growing that I'm probably going to have to cut at some point and get it on a moss pole. I have not been watering this moss polo. I will be honest with you. When I go through here to spray them off, I do just casually mist it. But I don't know exactly what I want to do yet with this plant. I feel like I want to cut it right here just to kind of just get it down and just start growing another one all the way up and actually get the moss wet in there, because this plant achieve huge leaves when the area roots was growing inside the moss. So I want to kind of wake that back up. This is kind of the end of that era. As you can see, as it goes up, the leaves are getting smaller, but it's also getting away from the light, and they're also baby plants. So we can also kind of wake that up. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know how we was going to forget this. Philodendron Orange Marmalade. This leaf will come in like reddish orange, and then it will crisp off to this green. And at first I thought that I just wasn't giving it enough water. That's the reason why I was looking like this, until I found out this is just the shape of the leaf. Although this one is straight and aired up, but the rest of them are pretty much shaped like this as well. All right, guys. This right here is just a notable mention. This right here is my red emerald, and she is going to be absolutely beautiful. I know I say that all the time, but no, she is. I bought her when I did. Yes, you see how big these leaves are, right? When I bought her, she had about 4 leaves. Not all of them. That was the biggest one, but as you could tell, it was a few of these in between here before we got to this point. And I'll tell you what I did. I put it in the wrong corner. It started dying, and I just cut it, and I said I'll get to it. Kept the plant alive, but not in a thriving way. You know, the plant needed to be repotted. It was whatever. Plant needed to be up on a pole, was whatever. I just let it do what it did. And then one day I was just like, you know what? Let me just give this plant a little bit of care. Let me just put it on a moss pole. Let me give it a self-watering container, because I'm just tired of it looking all pitiful. The plant has been doing amazing since then. This is one of the ones I give a daily watering to as well on the moss pole. She is a stunner. Sometimes when you buy a plant, you buy it with me, sorry. I buy a plant and I will forget about it if it doesn't give me what I'm looking for right then and there. When this plant came in, it was exactly what I wanted, but it just looked better online. Just did. So comment down there at the bottom. Ask me some questions. We're going to start going to some different areas of the room and just start talking about some plants and going from there. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Yeah.